Patriot Prime Reviews is a channel for adult collectors and may not be suitable for children under 13 years of age. Viewer discretion is advised.
This video is sponsored by Toyhax.com. They're your one-stop shop for reproduction decals for your vintage G1 Transformers and upgrade decals for your modern bots. Weaponry for your figures from the Toyhax Armory, and great-looking backdrops for your display from Toy Stages. And when you visit Toyhax.com, make sure and use my monthly promo code to save 15% off your order. So yes, 15% off when you use my promo code right here. So check out Toyhax.com and make your collection stand out from the rest. And tell them Patriot Prime sent you. Now, on to the video. The feature bot in this video is the brand new Transformers Legacy United Cybertron Universe Starscream. I just got this guy in from Entertainment Earth and I cannot wait to check him out. So first off, let's take a quick look at the packaging. It's your basic Transformers United box that we've been seeing for quite some time. Starscream here behind the open window so you can reach in and mess with him if you'd like. Some great looking artwork of Starscream in his vehicle mode, Transformers Legacy United, Transformers on the side. This side of the box features more great artwork of Starscream, an up-close shot of his face, and a full body shot of him running into battle. Back of the packaging is product shots showing Starscream in robot mode, vehicle mode, and it looks like he has a cyber key. That's pretty cool. This side of the packaging is the United splash art, or the art we've seen since Wave 1. So now, without further ado, let's get Starscream opened up out of this packaging and check him out. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and welcome to Patriot Prime Reviews. Now once you get Starscream all opened up and out of the packaging, you'll see that he does come with a sheet of instructions that, as usual, is very well illustrated and easy to follow. He also comes with these two wing section shoulder pieces, and you do get a left and a right, so we'll go ahead and attach these now. The best way to know which side's which is you've got the peg you got a peg that's on top. You make sure the top peg is the one facing closest from the robot body. So let's put the left one on, put the right one on here, and there we go. He also has these rear tail fin pieces, and these attached to the back. We'll go ahead and do this. Make sure the painted side is facing out. So you peg those in right there on his back, and go ahead and rotate those down, just like so. We'll put the other one in here, and that's that. He also has a translucent purple blaster here, and it looks pretty good. It reminds me of Rodimus Prime's rifle, and it looks good, but I'm not a big fan of the translucent plastic. And then we've got a cyber key, and it's detailed very well, just like one of the original cyber keys, with a Decepticon insignia right there in the middle. And then of course we've got Starscream himself, and this figure looks really good. I dig it. He's got some great paint applications all over. I mean, he's just very imposing, especially with this wide shoulder look that he has right there with the wings. He looks awesome. Now, I'll be the first one to admit I have no real attachment to this version of Starscream. I had the big giant version back in the day, but sold him off back in 2012. Now, taking a closer look at the figure, love the head sculpt. Head sculpt looks awesome. He's got what looks like purple eyes. He's got some yellow right there for the shoulder pylons, highlighted with some red. Red along the chest, the shoulders, up here on the wing sections. A nice translucent purple cockpit right there. And that one I don't mind because it looks really good and you can't see through it. I mean, I'm not a big fan of translucent plastic at all, but this one doesn't look bad at all. Lots of great molded details all throughout the figure. I mean, he looks really, really good. He does have some molded in cannons right here, and if I can remember from the giant figure, you could rotate those forward. Those are just molded in static. You can't rotate them whatsoever. Moving on down, you got black thighs and gray legs. You got some paint right here for the feet, and that's about it. Now, what's really cool, he's a nice big figure, and there's no waffles whatsoever. I can really appreciate that. I mean, he is pretty much solid all the way around. You got a little bit of waffling, I guess, right here in these wing sections here, and of course inside the hollow bits for the shoulders. But all in all, this is a great looking Starscream figure. Now, as far as articulation goes, the arms can do a complete 360. There's an elbow bend, elbow rotation. Let's see, there is a wrist rotation, but it's kind of hard to get to because of the section right here that protrudes past the hand. The head, let's see, can look up and down slightly, and it can do a complete 360 as well, but my joint is really tight. It kind of snaps back into place when you face him forward. There is a waist rotation. It doesn't go all the way around. It kind of stops. If you can look and see these little plastic sections right here, it stops against the crotch piece. Legs go out, they go in. Big, deep knee bend. There's a rotation and ankle tilt. Let's see, did I show you the arms can go up too, but not a lot because this big shoulder pylon right here is going to hit against, well, the other shoulder pylon. So lots of articulation for this guy. So his little accessories here, let's start with the cyber key. You can plug it into his back. There's a section right there. You plug this in and absolutely nothing happens. It's just there to remind you of the gimmick that the Cybertron figures had. So let's go ahead and remove that, since that is pretty much pointless. And we'll take a look once again at his translucent purple rifle. As I said, I really like the looks of this rifle. I just wish it wasn't translucent. I am not a fan of translucent or clear weapons because that makes no sense to me. So you can go ahead and put this in his hand like so. And there you go. We've got Starscream all armed up and ready for battle. And it looks like this rifle is blast effect compatible. I've got one right here. And yes, there we go. I think it's so awesome that Hasbro is still making these figures that use the blast effects. That is cool. Now, another weapon he has is underneath the wing blade, or the wings, just gave it away. Underneath the wings right here, there are blades. There are purple blades. They're kind of hard to get a hold of. You can see them right there. You can catch one with your thumb and flip it out. That's another way to know you got these on the right side, is make sure the blade section, or the edge, is facing down. So you got these two wing blades, and there you are. So I'm not a fan of the wing blades because up on the shoulder, he really, if you utilize them, he doesn't have much blade to use. You can, if you want to, move these things down to his forearms. I played around with this a little bit last night, and to be honest, I like the looks of this. I mean, it takes away his static or his notable Cybertron look, but he can utilize the blades a lot more. There's a lot more length to them, and I think it looks pretty cool. Plus, he's got these molded in blasters here on the side. Let me fold the wings back. So he's got those he can use, and let me see, I think those may be blast effect compatible as well. So let's see, we'll put one right there. Oh yeah, so those are blast effect compatible. The rifle's blast effect compatible, so that is awesome. You can really have this guy opening fire if you wish. So let's go ahead and move these sections back up where they belong. I like the fact you do have options. That was stuck. Oh yeah, and one other thing you can do, let's get the cyber key again. If you don't want to plug it into his back, you can plug the cyber key in the rear of the weapon. There's a little slot right there. Plug that in, and once again, it does absolutely nothing, but makes the weapon a little longer. So, there you go, guys. There is Transformers Cybertron Universe Starscream in robot mode. Now let's go ahead and get him transformed into his vehicle mode. But before we do that, I would like to inform you about a convention I'm going to at the end of the month, Causeacon 2024. Causeacon is Beckley's first ever pop culture convention, which includes all fandoms from anime to Star Wars, gaming, and so much more. The best part about Causeacon is that it is a charity convention where they raise money to help benefit the local Away, a non-profit agency that provides counseling, education, and emergency shelter to men, women, and children who suffer from domestic and sexual abuse. The convention will be offering a variety of activities, including cosplay contests, video game and tabletop tournaments, a vendor room, panels and classes, an anime screening room, game shows, raves, and a fantasy masquerade. You can benefit this community just by attending and having a great time. Causeacon begins April 26th at 11:30 a.m. and concludes Sunday, April 28th at 5 p.m. I will be there the afternoon of Saturday, April 27th, and my panel, Sharing Your Hobbies with the World, Being a YouTuber, will be that evening at 8:30 p.m. Hope to see you there. For more information, check out the link I have in the description to Causeacon's Facebook page. Now, the first thing we're going to do to transform Starscream into his jet mode is we need to fold the fists away. So there is a flap right here. Bring that down, rotate the fist like so, and then snap it back into place. The fist is gone. I wish they would do that a lot more. I like the sliders or hiding fist gimmick much better than the big open gaps. We're going to do that here on this side as well. Now, what we're going to do, oh, here's another piece of articulation I forgot to show off. The shoulders can swing forward just a little bit. I thought that was for transformation. It is not. So going back to transformation, bring the arms forward now, and then you're going to unsnap right there at the top. Rotate this around, so you've got this hole facing the inside of the body. Bend the arm, and then you have a peg right here that is going to slot into, just like so. Maybe. There we go. Now you'll slide that in now. You think it sticks. It's going to pop out a lot during transformation. It's just how it is. Do the same thing on this side. Bring the arm forward. You're going to unsnap here from the shoulder. Rotate around. Bend that. And slide that in the peg. Just like so. So there we go. We've got those. Well, I thought. Alright, so there you have the arms transformed. Go ahead and flip the back panel down. It's not going to go down all the way. It's going to stop right about there. Rotate the head around, and you got this little tab right there. Make sure the tab slots into the, well, slots into the slot. So there we are. Take these tail fins, rotate these up. See, I already popped the arm off. Rotate these up and around, and you're going to peg these together at the top. Just like so. So now we've got this look going on. Now what you're going to do is you have this gray section right here, and you're going to snap this apart so this whole top section flips forward. And this took me forever to figure out because it's so tight. So let's see. Good God. So yeah, you think you break it, but you don't. See, I've already popped the arms off again. There is a clip right there, and it snaps into this thing so good. So I've already busted everything loose here. So we'll just clean this up later on. So now with the legs, take the feet, and you've got the two heel spurs. Bring the blue heel spur forward, just like so. You got this inside panel here. Open this up all the way, and go ahead and bring the foot forward while flipping out this section right there underneath the foot. Do the same here on the other side. Rotate, flip this down, fold that forward, and flip this out here. So now we got this look going on. Go ahead and rotate the, not the whole arm, just this section right here up. This will give you some clearance, because what you're going to do is you're going to bring the legs up like so, and you're going to fold them into the body, forming the nose cone of the jet. Go ahead and bring the feet forward. These can be tricky because one sometimes will fit and slot in. Okay, here's an issue. I was hoping it wouldn't do it on camera, but these sections right here, when you're transforming and tend to mess with this figure, These wing sections fall off so easy. This one's on a little tighter than this one, but this is annoying. I wish these were permanently attached because you really don't get much peg to slot into that hole right there. So continuing on, the problem is it's these tabs right here that need to line up and go over the little sections right there. And of course it's going to be a pain in the butt on the camera. Now bringing the leg around and folding in like that tends to work, but sometimes you can't do it with both at the same time. It just doesn't want to line up right. So we'll fight with this for a while. This is like the 6th time I've transformed this guy, and it's a battle every time to get these sections to line up just right. I think I may have finally got it. Once you do, you want to squeeze these sections together right here as a nice tight fit, and that'll lock the vehicle or lock the nose cone in place. Now let's go ahead and bring these back down, because what you're supposed to do, if they stay in place, you got the peg right there that fits into that hole. You got a little section right there. If I can focus in, that pegs in to that foot section. So let me see if I can get these lined up again. Okay, there we go. So get that pegged in. Get that lined up. And there where that one went. All right, that one's giving me a fit on camera. Give me a second and we'll get this guy cleaned up and we'll be right back. Okay, now that we have everything attached, you go underneath, fold the leg panels up, and they just kind of form a little base for the bottom of the jet. They're supposed to snap in. Mine barely do. They just, one side will, one side won't. So is what it is. Now take these sections here that fell off. Make sure you got the right sections on the right spot. Remember, the top of the peg goes toward the front of the robot body. We'll peg this one in, peg this one in, and there we go. We've got Starscream in his Cybertronian jet mode. And even though that transformation was a pain in the ass, the jet mode looks really good, except for the front that popped apart right there. So yeah, that is pretty slick. There's not a lot of difference in the details with the jet mode. Pretty much everything you saw in robot mode, you now see in the jet mode. But it just looks really good. I like the red coloring. I like the pylons right there in the back. We got the translucent canopy once again. The molded guns on the chest now face forward. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 guns firing forward. You got those. You can think of as missile launchers. So yeah, he is armed to the teeth. And just like robot mode, he's not very gappy, except underneath right here. If you don't happen to have those locked in, you got a big empty space right there, but you can fill that up, and I'll show that off here later on. I wish he had landing gear, but oh well, is what it is, because really a lot of the jets we've been getting lately do not have landing gear. I do not know why. Now you can take his blaster, and I'm going to take the cyber key off. Now you can go ahead if you'd like, and you can attach the cyber key right there in the same spot you attached it in robot mode, and once again it doesn't really do anything. You can take your blaster here, flip it upside down so the peg is facing up, and you can slide this in between the tail fin, and right here, this took me a while to figure out via the instruction, there's a slot right there on the fins of the gun, and they slot in right there on those tabs on the tail fins. Let me see if I can get that in there. Just right. Press up, and there you go. You've got the blaster attached to the top of the vehicle, and it doesn't look bad. Sometimes when you attach the weapon to a vehicle, it stands out, but this actually works. It looks like part of the jet, so I dig that. That looks cool. Now in the instructions, it has a battle mode, and what you do for that is you take the blaster out, and this time you're going to place it underneath. So open these flaps. You can see the pegs right there on either side. Flip the blaster this time so the handle is facing inside the jet. And you got the same slots right there. You're going to line up. Squeeze it into place. Fold these sections around. Now you take the blades, bring the blades forward, and that in the instructions is his battle mode. We got 2 blades facing forward, we've got a blaster underneath. So there you go. Still doesn't look bad. The cyber key attaches it and doesn't really do anything, but it doesn't look bad either. I mean, everything fits. You can keep all the accessories in the jet mode. So all in all, not a bad looking vehicle. Oh yeah, these wings can rotate up and down. You want to make sure they are flat. So there you go. There's Cybertron Starscream in his jet mode. And now for some quick size comparisons. Here is Transformers Legacy United Cybertron Universe Starscream with Generation 1 Starscream, my Toyhax G2 Earthrise Starscream, Legacy Armada Starscream, and Reactivate Starscream. Transformers Legacy United Cybertron Universe Starscream is a really cool Transformers toy. I like this guy a lot more than I thought I would. The only complaints I have with him is the shoulder pieces. I wish that they were permanently attached because they tend to fall off when you're transforming him or messing around with him. So that's kind of an issue. But with them being detachable, you can put them on the forearms like I showed earlier to really change up the looks of the character. So I guess all in all, it's not that bad. So if you happen to see a Transformers Legacy United Cybertron Universe Starscream on the shelf, pick him up. You are not going to be disappointed, especially if you're a Starscream fan. Now guys, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to click that bell icon to get notified when I upload new videos. Also, if you're in any position to help out the channel, I do have a super thanks button, and I also offer channel memberships. And I have to give a huge shout out and thank you to all my current channel members because it is your support that helps keep this channel going. Once again guys, this is Patriot Prime signing out. Hooah!